Well, my iPad quit during the middle of my lesson because I got a phone call. That was unexpected. So let me go back to where we were. We had already solved for the general solution. And now we're looking at what do you do to get the specific solution, okay? Well, we now know that C is 4. And I've got to plug that in right there. So I have y equals, this is the part, I can't keep that plus or minus because I have to, when I plug in 0, I have to get out -2, not plus or minus 2. So at this point, you have to try, when you plug in 0, what's going to give you -2 over here? And obviously, that would be just a negative. So your final answer, if I gave you a point to plug in, your final answer would be y equals -square root of x squared plus 4. Okay? So what was the main idea for that one? If it's the general solution and you have a square root involved, then you need the plus or minus. If it's the particular solution and I give you a point, then you have to figure out whether it's actually plus or minus out in front. Okay? All right, let's try another one. You can probably do this one on your own. If you want to give it a shot on your own, then hit pause. Okay, separating the variables, multiply by dx and multiply by y squared. So I have y squared dy is equal to x minus 1 dx. Okay, on the right side, just integrate term by term. That's x squared over 2 minus x plus c. Don't forget that plus c. It'll really get you on these. Okay, and on the left side, this would be y cubed over 3. All right, now get y by itself. Multiply everything by 3. And remember, 3 times c, still c. And then cube root it, and we get that y is equal to the cube root of all of that stuff. Okay? Now solve for c. Plug in 0 and 2. And I always write where I'm plugging in the values because you could do it at any stage, but wherever you plug in the initial value, it will change your value of c. So you could have done it way over here at the very beginning as soon as c popped in. But wherever you plug in that point, you got to make sure you plug in your value of c at that same spot, because the value of c here won't be the same as the value of c here. But after you get y by itself, they will turn out to be the same. So make sure you know when you are plugging in, and I do that by just writing, okay, now I'm plugging in the point. So I know I got to plug my value of c back in here, not over here. All right, plugging in that x is 0 and y is 2, solving for c. This will be a 0 and a 0 and a c. Okay, cube both sides, and c will equal 8. And I just need to plug that back in right there, and I'm done. So y equals the cube root of, hold on, I need more space. So y equals the cube root of, rewrite everything, 3/2 x squared minus 3x plus 8. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Just practice again. Remember, ask your questions. Make sure you send me your video requests. I don't mind working them out. Make sure you ask your questions. Let's see if I have another one. I don't think I do. Nope, we already did that. Here's one more. Not that I think you need the practice with the calculus, but maybe the fraction or the 0.25 might mess you up. So hit pause and give this one a shot. Okay, separating the variables. Now integrating both sides. On the left, or sorry, on the right, I always do the right side first so I can remember the plus c. I'd get a -x squared plus c. On the left, rewrite that as y to the -2. And now integrate it. Add 1, you get y to the -1. Divided by -1. Okay. Rewrite that as -1 over y is equal to -x squared plus c. Multiply by negative. You could have done that in the last step. Multiplying everything by -1. That make this a plus. That will make this a plus. And I leave that one alone. And hopefully remember how to fix this because we did this problem already. Okay, you can put the whole thing over 1, cross multiply, and then divide, or flip the entire fraction. You end up with y is equal to 1 over x squared plus c. All right, now the initial condition. We're going to plug in 1 comma. Since I have fractions, I don't like that 0.25. I'm going to plug in 1/4 instead. So y is 1/4. and x is 1. Okay, just in case you've forgotten how to solve this, you could cross multiply, but it should also be obvious. If the left side equals 1/4, then the right side has to equal 1/4, so C is going to have to be 3. Okay, make sure you remember to plug it back in. So final answer is 1 over x squared plus 3. All right, guys, that's it. So this is separation of variables to solve differential equations. Remember, you can only separate variables using multiplication and division, which is all I'm going to give you today anyway, so you should be fine, okay? And another thing that's going to come up that I know you're probably going to forget real quick. Do you remember what the derivative of tangent is? Hopefully you're saying secant squared, okay? So if you have to integrate secant squared, hopefully remember that's tangent. All right, good luck, guys. I wish you well. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.